Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of Nerds. And today, for our opening week review, we are going to be reviewing Chronos, Before the Ashes.
I know we've been trying really hard to get these basically exactly a week after they came out. This one is closer to 2 weeks. Mary had surgery. Work's really picked up for me, which always happens fourth quarter, so particularly
it's
December.
Almost Christmas. It's busy.
Yeah, particularly, and then Christmas stuff and Thanksgiving stuff. So this game actually was released on December 1st. So we're a little late, but not too bad. Alright, and go ahead and jump right into the gameplay footage. And 3, 2, 1.
So this is a game by Gunfire Games and THQ Nordic. It is actually a prequel to the game Remnant from the Ashes. It's an action-adventure RPG game. It's available on the Switch, the Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
That's right. So one thing that makes this game a little bit different than your average role-playing game is each time you die, you become 1 year older. So you start the game at 18 years old. Very young lad. I think currently I'm about 27, so I don't know, I've died about 9 times. I'm not sure like how high that goes. Like, can you fight until your 80s? Or like, I don't know, do they cut it off at 40 or something? But one cool thing about it is while you're young, you're stronger and more nimble. And while you get older, as you get older, that strength and maneuverability goes away, and ultimately your magic becomes stronger. So now, which kind of makes sense that, my muscles are failing me, but my mind's better, so I can do better
From
spells.
Experience. Mm-hmm.
Right. I played this on the easy difficulty, and which I typically play games on easy difficulty. I don't have time to grind them like that. But I did kind of notice, this gameplay footage. We're deep in this game. This isn't the first couple minutes. I'm probably 8 hours in, and I think I'm maybe 3/5 to 4/5 of the way done. So my character's pretty beefy, and got some good weapons. Another nice thing about this game is, kind of showing these different dimensions / locales. So you can, this one is kind of more Asian inspired. There's one that's a little more like a goblin town.
And I like that, because that adds a lot of diversity to it.
Right.
You're using these stones to travel to other dimensions, locales.
Mm-hmm. Right, and, to Mary's point, it's nice for a change of scenery, different new villains and monsters to fight. The goblins tend to be a little more chaotic, and they've got like these gunpowder kind of shotgun looking things, whereas this Asian one, they're very, very defensive, and so you kind of got to change your tactics up.
I would say though that the graphics on this are very solid. It looks good. It's got a realistic look to it, and you know, especially with the graphics as it shows that you age, and it's very pretty too. So, you know, with the magical, mystical elements to it as you solve different puzzles and look for different gems, and then you have, of course, the travel stones. It's very pretty and colorful. And the one thing though that was really scary for me though was the character that was like, it was like a bull standing on two legs, and he had the Mario effect, so the ghost from Mario effect, where anytime you were looking at him he wasn't moving, but it was terrifying because the minute that you didn't see him on the screen he was moving closer to you. So then as soon as the screen came over to him he was suddenly right behind you, and he was a one-hit kill guy. And that was absolutely terrifying. And I know that, like in Mario, that it's all about, you know, if Mario's looking at the ghost, then it's not as scary to me, because it's all about perspective. You know, if he's looking at the ghost, and then it's not moving, and then but you see Mario and the ghost at the same time. And this, it's more like you're actually looking over the shoulder of the character, and so when you don't see this guy that he maybe it's shaped like a bull standing on two legs, but it's probably like a suit of armor or statue, something. It looks solid, and as soon as he's off camera, you kind of hear him moving towards you, and it's just so scary when you pan back over. He's right there and then kills you.
Yeah, there are several villains in this game that have that one-hit kills, and this ghost statue is one of those. So if you're not looking, all of a sudden he runs out behind you, and you're done. And you kind of gotta do that thing in Mario where you kind of move them purposely. This game had a really interesting story so far. Seems like you're trying to go back into the past and kill this dragon, but it needs a map. Ugh. Man, did that game need a map. I felt like...
Well, with so many different complex levels, and with the fact that you're traveling to all these different places, it's very, very easy to get lost.
Right, yeah. I definitely think it... And maybe in the harder difficulties, maybe some of this stuff will pop up. I doubt it, but... So anyways, we put all of our games into one of three categories. Play means it hits the console as often as possible. Display means you leave it on the shelf and wait till the urge strikes. And stay away means you leave it at the store for someone else to get. And for us, Chronos Before the Ashes is a play. We really, really enjoyed this. Typically, if I burn through an RPG too fast, I sort of am just done with it. I'm like, well, that wasn't... You know, I know this story. I might play it again in several years, which would put it more in the display category. But this one's a little bit different, because I want to see that aging mechanic really kind of ramp up. So, like we mentioned, there's a couple different bosses with one-hit kills. So I kind of wonder if, you know, I'm not sure if there's easy, normal, hard, or if it's just easy and hard. I don't remember all the difficulties. So I kind of wonder on the higher difficulty if, you know, you really are... You know, your body just starts breaking down on you, and you really have to force that magic. Like right now, I don't typically use it. Typically, I'm just swinging my big hammer, or what do they call that? A mace, a ball and mace, a chain with a mace on the end of it. I'm just kind of beating the tar out of dudes with that. But if I were to die several times, can I no longer swing that as fast? And now I need to start.
And I think that the mechanic of this game with, you know, all the different dimensions and locales really lends itself to this giant universe that you can open yourself up to that you probably haven't seen yet. There's still so much more there that can be seen. It's like maybe you can beat the game, but there's still so much you could go back and still do.
Right, yeah. Well, if you've played this game, let us know in the comments. Or if this review has intrigued you, let us know that as well. Until then, or until next time, we'll see you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Pumpkin. This week has sucked.
Tell me about it. I got to have surgery.
Yeah. And plus, Retron 5 isn't performing correctly. I don't know which one's worse.
Yeah. Probably the Retron 5 not working properly.
Plus, the kids were bad. I guess you could just say our kids, and the for being bad is a little redundant. Another cancel?
Always.
I don't have a drink to drink in your face.
I know, because you didn't make us any.
I already made us. We drank them.
Yeah. Any more?
I had a margarita with a float of grenadine, although it didn't float very well.
Was that whipped cream or something on top? Like, how'd you get, like, the foam on top?
Well, that's just shaking sweet sour.
Oh, okay.
I wanted the red to kind of float on top and kind of slowly go down, but kind of just... I even used the spoon. Getting rusty, honey. Ready?
Yeah.
Cancel?
I told you, always.
Anything on teeth?
No. Did I?
Mm-mm.
Okay.